Welcome. Thank you for joining me as we continue on in the series on the Hebrew alphabet and the meanings of the letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Now, it's my prayer that upon understanding these meanings of the letters of the Hebrew alphabet, that it will ignite something within you to go further in your studies and understand the scriptures from this perspective. And I know that in doing so, your understanding of the scriptures and your relationship with Yahweh will be so much more deeper. This has been my experience. So I hope that it will spark something within you. It will pique your interest to go the next step and take this further in your own personal studies. So with that being said, let us move on to now the 17th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. So first we will look at this letter in the square script. This word is pronounced pay in Hebrew, and it's the letter pay and aleph that spells the word pay. It looks like a reversed upside down English capital G. Now let's look at what this letter looks like in the Paleo script. So as you can see there on your screen, this looks a little bit like the square script. It actually looks like a shoreline of a beach or a border. The last script we'll look at is the pictograph, which are like pictures of what the letter is representing. So the pictograph for the letter pay is as follows, and as you can see there on your screens, it is quite different from the previous two scripts that we just discussed. It looks like an opening, or it has the shape of a mouth. So the three forms next to one another looks like this. So we have the modern square script on the left, we have the Paleo in the middle, and the pictograph on the right hand side. So we can now see how this letter has changed over time and has ended up in the modern square script, going from a stick figure of an opening or the mouth to a border which carries through to the square script, which looks a bit like a bay, the bay of an ocean if you like. This letter is also one of 5 Hebrew letters that have a final form. The final form is found when the letter is the final letter in a Hebrew word. So here is the letter in its normal form and final form. So on the left we have the letter pay in its normal form, and on the right this is what the letter pay looks like when it's the last letter in a Hebrew word. Now some of the meanings of this letter are mouth, edge, open, to blow, enter, and command. These meanings can be seen in the pictograph script as it shows the picture of a mouth or an opening. Some Hebrew words that start with the letter pay are as follows. The first word that has the letter pay that we're going to discuss is pronounced pada, and it means to ransom, deliver, redeem, and rescue. The next Hebrew letter is pronounced pay. Now this is the same as the pronunciation of the letter pay, and it means mouth, opening, speech, and command. And like I said, it has the same root as the word pay. The next word is pronounced pakad, and it means to be in dread, fear, to be in awe, fright, and terror. Another Hebrew word that starts with the letter pay is pronounced halag, and this means to divide, split, and to cleave. This has the same root letters for the name Peleg, which means division. And we see this after the flood. It talks about the division. A man was named Peleg because of the division. The next word I want to show you is pronounced Pesach. And this is the word for Passover. To pass over, to skip, or to spring. Pesach. This is the word for one of Yahweh's feasts called the Passover. Not Easter. It has absolutely nothing to do with Easter, but has everything to do with the Passover. Another word that starts with the letter Pei is pronounced Pakak. And this means to open wide, springing open, seeing clearly, and to open. And it's said only of the eyes and ears. The next Hebrew word that starts with the letter Pei is pronounced Panim, and it means face, presence, front, surface, appearance. Front part, as in before me. If you're before me, standing in front of me, you're in my presence. The next word is pronounced para, and it means to bear fruit. Be fruitful and produce. The next word is pronounced parak, and it means to blossom, to sprout, bud, shoot, grow, and flourish. So you see a similarity there to the previous word. Another word that starts with the letter Pei is pronounced peri, and this is the fruit, offspring, and product. In modern Hebrew, it means profit and interest, as in charging interest. Another word is pronounced peretz, and it means to breach, break through, to break out, burst, to spread, and extend. This is the three-letter root of the name Perez in the Bible. Remember the one that put their hand out and they tied a red cord around it, a red thread, because he broke through first to breach, to break, to burst through. That's this three-letter root, Perez. And the last word I want to show you that starts with the letter Pei is pronounced Pathak. And it means to open. It's an opening or a doorway, an entrance. So there are obviously many other words that we could have covered. I have covered some that you may be familiar with. Others I have highlighted as they are quite different in meaning in the original Hebrew than what some of the modern translations reveal. There are some words that have a relationship with the meaning of the letter Pei, like Peleg, which is to divide, to split, which is related to opening. What happens when you split and divide something? It opens up. The word Pei, which is to open, and it's the mouth, as the mouth opens to speak words. And Parak, which is to blossom and sprout. That is also connected to opening. What happens when a flower blossoms? It opens up, it sprouts, it springs open. And Pathak, which is to open. It's a doorway, which means open. A doorway opens to another room or to an outside area. Many words starting with the letter Pei have a meaning related to opening or opening something in some way. There are many words that have this same idea: to open, to split, to divide, to cleave. And you'll see this if you study the letter Pei. So next time, I'll be talking about the 18th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which is the letter Zadi. Until then, may Yahweh watch over you and protect you and your loved ones. So until next time, blessings and shalom.
Thank you for watching. We pray that this teaching has been a blessing to you. For more information, please go to www.ancientfoundationbiblefellowship.com. Shalom.